Kenneth Yates with MMAabsolute.com, and we're joined via Skype with Bryanna Fissori, who is preparing for her fight against Vickers on the Hawaii Girls Fight card on January 13th. Bryanna, V has been fighting for a long time. Do you consider this your toughest test so far?
Well, considering it's only my second fight, I definitely think it's going to be a tough one. Although, props to Nadia Humphreys, my previous opponent. She was absolutely fantastic, first-timer like me. So that was a good starter for me, and I'm really excited about meeting V. But yes, she does have a lot of experience.
Now, because female MMA fighters does not have as much fighters as, say, the men, did you ever think that one day you both would meet inside that cage?
Well, originally I thought that was a possibility, and then V moved to Vegas, and so we weren't sure when we'd see her again. And I definitely didn't think I'd be seeing her this soon, but glad to have her home just because she's V and she's a great person. But didn't think I'd see her in the cage this soon, but excited that she was able to come home at this time and take the fight.
No, speaking of that, you and V are actually friends. Does that make things a little hard?
Not at all. Sport's a sport, and we both love it, and we're both passionate about it, and I think it'll be fun.
Now, I know you're currently training with South Oahu MMA. How has your training been coming along for this fight?
I have been so blessed with such an awesome fight camp. The coaches at Soma, Avery, and Coach Guy have been everything to me. They've filled so many different facets of my life, from coaching, life coaching, to technique coaching, or whatever I need them for. And I've been super blessed to have them. Great sparring partners. I've also have a nice little extended camp with Zach Pang and the Monday Night Crew at HK. The Waterfront Jiu-Jitsu guys, which is Drake Fujimoto and Rod Amano, who've been helping me out, along with a good friend of mine, Rich De Los Reyes, who's worked with me a bit too. So those guys have been through a lot, putting up with me. I know I'm not always the easiest to work with. It's never easy to work with a girl fighter. I'm sure it's something different than guys, but promoters will say that too. But those guys have been fantastic, and again, I'm super blessed to have the training that I've had.
Now, I know a lot of people, a lot of fighters in particular, don't like to talk about their game plans, but can you say a little bit about, how this fight might go down?
Well, I'm one of those fighters that doesn't like to talk much about my game plan as well. We know that V likes to stand, and with me, I'm really new, so I'm going to say that we don't know what I like to do yet.
And on a side note, you recently just graduated from college. I believe you got your law degree. Talk a little bit about that. How has that been?
Well, I did. I just got my degree in the mail, so I have the paper and I'm set. Actually, my doctoral thesis, which was my final paper, was on the unconscionability of the UFC Ancillary Rights Agreement. And if you don't know what that is, and you're about to sign a contract, fighters, come talk to me first. Most of my schooling has been focused on contracts, which is definitely where I'd like to focus my law experience once I get there. I also worked for a boxing and MMA publication where I'm a legal analyst, so I do work a little bit in the industry, and hopefully that'll help me out when I'm negotiating my contract with Dana White someday, and for everybody else. But I still have a while before I'm ready to take the bar, and right now just concentrating on my MMA career, let's say.
Definitely. Well, Bryanna, thank you so much for your time. In closing, do you have any last words or shout-outs that you would like to make at this time?
Of course. Number one shout out always to our Lord above, who gives me strength, lets me do what I do. And of course, my awesome team, awesome trainers. V, thanks for coming out for the fight, the promoters, and for everybody who comes out to support. Hopefully everybody can make it through. There's a couple more guys from Soma that'll also be on the card, so we'd love to see you guys out there, and it'll be a great show.
Well, best of luck, and thank you again.
Thank you.